The following video contains content and/or language which may be considered unsuitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Whoosh, bum 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 bum.
Previously on Dave Madson's LT Bloopers. Dave Madson and Rhonda Raven got their marriage license, while Cedric and Miss Madson directed. The neon cat showed up and Abby KO'd it with her laser eye powers, making Cedric throw a tantrum which made Beulah and Abby fall through the rings. In Hades, Volcana threw a tantrum over news of Dave and Rhonda's engagement, planting Lucifer and Lucretia in the ground. Mitch Davidson reported that God, his angels and the Angelus warriors, aided by Jean Phoenix and Julia Nightingale, beat back the dark forces and restored power to City Hospital. In the hospital, Sam awakened from his coma. The angry P-head and two-headed P-head invaded the studio, but before they could make a move, the sound of a loud fart was heard. Cedric admitted he got the gas from onion rings and Miss M laughed at the logo parodies getting a taste of their own medicine, before God sent them back. Rowena Stoker seized control of the news desk, while her sisters Helena and Bandita invaded the studio and summoned up Satan in an attempt to claim Sam and break up Dave and Rhonda's engagement. God refused to let the evil beings have their way, but Helena and Bandita zapped Rhonda and Wanda, leaving them burned and bruised. God responded by zapping Satan back to his realm, and the Stokers relieved themselves all over Dave, prompting God to send the Stokers back to their realm. As the episode was ending, Cortana reported that Mitch Davidson was rescued, and Rowena was thrown out of the studio.
Places, everyone.
Roll camera.
Q shield.
Ha ha ha! Q shield. That's corny.
Corny Q?
Is that anything like a curly Q?
Seriously, I noticed Cedric used a similar gag in his shield parodies videos.
I'm delighted that you like them, Dave.
This is Mitch Davidson with the Dave Madson Enterprises Inc. Special News Bulletin. Microsoft Sam has officially been released from City Hospital, having recovered from deep burns which had rendered him comatose.
Sam's coming back.
I'm glad he pulled through.
He must have been comatose for a long time. He was, Kitty. We're not sure, but we think it was that battle between God and his angels and the dark forces that prolonged his coma.
And it was our praying that helped the good side win.
Winning Battle Pictures presents a victory production of a Triumph film. Winning isn't everything, but it's a surefire remedy. The best medicine.
Medicine Brothers Pictures presents
A Doctor production
of the clinic film.
The cure for what ails you.
Warner Tours Pictures presents
A remedy production of a healer film.
Hi gang. Did you miss me?
Do you see who I see?
It's Microsoft Sam.
He's come back from the hospital.
And none the worse for wear.
Sam, you've come back. I missed you, Sam.
I missed you too, Anna.
Did you hear the news about Dave and Rhonda?
What news?
Dave proposed to me and I accepted.
We called the Reverend Blue Jeans and he said he'll officiate at our wedding.
Congratulations, Dave. I'm ever so proud of you.
I'll be the best man.
And I'll be the bridesmaid.
Hold the rush. I've come for Sam.
Who are you?
I'm Rowena Stoker. Don't you remember me, Sam?
You're the bitch that tried to break Emma and me up.
You're not breaking us up this time. And you're not gonna try to stop Dave and Rhonda from getting married.
Do you want to incur the wrath of my master?
Hold on there, Rowena. Your master does not own me.
You tell her, Dave.
If you want Sam, you'll have to get through me first.
You're on, Anna.
Go get her, Anna.
Sock it to her.
Oh, you got me, Anna. I have no power left. I'm all burned beyond recognition.
She's faded away. She was dust, and to dust she now returns.
You finally got rid of that pest, Anna. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Sam.
Warner Duels Pictures presents
A one-on-one production
Of a shootout film.
Baron Bird and Alexander Hamilton, watch out.
We had a problem with fencing recently.
Was it a chain link fence? Or a picket fence? More like two fencers in our yard.
I saw them last night leaping over a meadow where sheep grazed.
You saw fencers jumping over sheep? That joke didn't deserve a rim shot, more like weeping trombones.
Oh, I don't know. It was still funny.
Now CO here.
Wedding Guest Pictures presents a Friends of the Bride and Groom production. I knew a chimney sweep who married a cleaning lady. They called just Pan's Brides. So it was a double wedding. Not only was there a bride and a groom, there was also a bride and a groom.
Looks like the first guests have arrived.
Welcome to the Dave Madson Enterprises building.
Thank you. I'm Jean Phoenix, Rhonda's mother. I'm Julia Nightingale, Wanda's mother.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm so happy my daughter is getting married and I'm delighted that I'll have you for a son-in-law.
And you are every bit as charming as Rhonda is.
I'm glad to see you here, Mother. I'm happy that Dave and Rhonda are getting married, and I hope someday Astro proposes to you.
I hope you don't have trouble with in-laws. I have some in-laws who served time for bank robbery.
Your in-laws were bank robbers? You had outlaws for in-laws?
Outlaws for in-laws?
Warner Relatives Pictures presents
a family production. I heard Astro wanted to attend the wedding, but he's got urgent business in his universe.
We'll be there.
Where will the ceremony be?
We're having it right here in our studio.
Good idea, Dave.
You could have had it at Stonehenge Chapel.
But we heard of acts of vandalism there on the news.
Looks like the preacher is coming.
I'm honored to preside over Dave and Rhonda's wedding. I remember you presided when Scotty and I tied the knot. Ah, that memorable day at Stonehenge Chapel.
I trust you know about the disturbances at the chapel, Reverend.
You made the right decision to have a private ceremony, given the circumstances at the chapel.
At least we'll have the Almighty and his angels standing guard in case there's trouble.
These three intruders are not on the guest list.
Speak for yourself, Minister.
We're here for two reasons. Reason number one is our master is opposed to Dave Madson and Rhonda Raven getting married.
Your infernal master does not own Dave and his friends.
and we disapprove of your meddlers fucking things up for us.
And reason number 2 is someone here killed our sister Rowena. Come forward, murderer, and face eternal pain.
Now just a minute. Rowena asked for it because she tried to break Sam and me up again.
We meet again, evil twin. You made me a control freak, and I had to undergo extensive psychiatric and psychological therapy to rid me of those tendencies.
You don't get it, do you, Sam? You are me, and I am you. Raffle.
What? One and the same? No.
Yes.
You shut up, evil Sam.
You shut up, you harlot.
Don't you dare call me a harlot.
Prepare for the death sentence you deserve for murdering my sister. Harm one hair on Emma's head and I'll throw a sonic scream at you. I just like to see you try it. You asked for it, Helena Stoker. Ouch. My eardrums. I can't hear a thing.
How dare that bitch Kennedy burst Helena's eardrums.
This calls for massive retaliation.
Let's get them all, Bandita.
Moms.
That's enough. Back to Hades you go.
Thanks for sending those would-be wedding crashers back to their wasteland of woe.
You're welcome.
Your sonic scream saved my life, Kennedy. Thank you.
You're welcome, Anna.
There's only one more thing before we can get on with the wedding ceremony. Sam, you should apologize to Scotty, Beulah, Mike, Mary, Wally, Dave and the Almighty.
If you say so, Reverend.
I say so.
First of all, I humbly apologize to Scotty for all the times I've treated you so mean, and to Beulah for the misery I caused you. Second, I apologize to Mike for insisting he's an asswipe when he's really not, and to Mary for calling her a bitch when she's really not.
And I'm sorry too, Sam, for calling you a son of a bitch.
And I'm sorry too, Sam.
And to Wally and Dave, I apologize for all the times I tried to usurp authority in the studio.
All apologies are accepted, Sam.
And lastly, I apologize to God Almighty for threatening to summon up the forces of evil to do my bidding, and I promise never to do that again.
Apology accepted and I forgive you, Sam.
With all apologies out of the way, we can now get on with the ceremony. Dave Madson, do you take this woman, Rhonda Raven, to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
And do you, Rhonda Raven, take this man, Dave Madson, to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Then by the power vested in me by Stonehenge Chapel, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
And now they are married. And now I can call Dave son.
Love conquers all.
And Sam, are you sure you won't revert to being a control freak?
Don't worry, Cedric. My control freak tendencies are completely gone, and thanks to Microsoft Mary, I am now free of my evil twin's influence.
I am ever so relieved to hear that.
Now that Dave and Rhonda have tied the knot, where will they spend their honeymoon?
We haven't decided yet.
We've got a big banquet to attend first.
That's a great idea.
To celebrate Dave and Rhonda's marriage, Miss M and I have picked out a very special venue.
And that is?
Mama Luigi's Pastaria. We serve a lot of spaghetti.
Mamma mia! That's a spicy meatball.
Boom! Boom!